Hello there. So my Corvette is absolutely filthy. I am going to clean it as I started out cleaning cars in the 1970s because I want to just show people that you can still do it this way. Everybody's like, oh, you're gonna ruin your car, it's gonna be terrible, it's gonna be an absolute mess, it's gonna be... No, it's not. Okay, that's a bunch of crap. You know, you can buy a big bucket with a bottom guard to make sure that the dirt that goes in there doesn't come back up on your, you know, beautiful, super soft $11 towel, or you can get a sponge, some soap, and wash the darn car. So with that, here we go. First I'll show you that I ain't joking. This thing is filthy. I mean, filthy. Like the plate supercar. All right. So, like all throughout, it is just filthy. I mean, my God, this might be the dirtiest C8 Corvette on the planet at this point. Oh, and here's all dirty. It's my daily driver. It does live outside, and it is springtime here on Long Island, so things get dirty. It just is, it's what happens, you know? And you gotta clean it. Also, I had COVID, so I didn't get to wash it in like 2 weeks, and that's pretty much why. It just sat there. That's why the wheels aren't that dirty, but the body is horrible. So let's get to some cleaning. First thing you're gonna need for some authentism is an old school metal nozzle. And you fill up the old school bucket. Okay, before it's totally full, you're gonna want to add your turtle wax, super wash, car wash stuff. Yeah, that should be enough. I think this stuff was like $6, so I can use an eighth of it without too much trouble. And then you fill it up a little bit more, and now you get the bubbles. It's not like foaming, but it's got bubbles. And then you just get your sponge and let it sit in there so that it'll start soaking up all that sudsy goodness. And then, one of the most important things is you take your hose with the nozzle and you blast off what you can. You'd be amazed at how much stuff comes off just with the little nozzle. I mean, this isn't a power washer or anything. It's just a little nozzle. All right, so I wasn't quite done. I was almost done, but I had not done under here, which was absolutely horrible. So I went in now and I've gotten it pretty good. I used a little blue towel because it's the only rag I could find laying around. But I did get a little water in the trunk. That's okay. It's very hot out, but I got all the junk that was like in here, all bright green and nasty and causing all sorts of a havoc out of here. So we are now officially pretty clean, front, back, top, and not so much bottom. I got to get under there one of these days and clean that all out, you know, because winter. But ultimately I think it's aluminum and plastic under there, so it shouldn't rot out or anything, not like my truck. But all right, so I went through and I did the whole car. It might have a fleck or two here or there from stuff that just fell, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. But I got all the bird dookie off of there. I got 99.9% of the dirt, you know, that was in here off of the car, even under the glass here. So it's no longer an embarrassing supercar. It's got a couple of little things that I could probably pick out my fingers here, like that, and boom, done. And then the thing that people worry about is you're going to wind up with all sorts of crazy scratches and whatnot from doing this. Well, yes and no. You could if you used a shitty old sponge, but if it's a nice clean sponge and you keep rinsing it well, it's going to be fine. Where the people get those like crazy swirl scratches are generally from the car washes. When you pull it in one of those machine things, that's going to screw you. I mean, those machines are just horrible. Or even, you know, the ones where the guys like walk through there and they got their rags in their hands and they're wiping the car for you. That's great, except for the problem is they use those rags on the past 7 cars before you, and you know, somebody had something like my 85 pickup truck over here that's just basically a dirt bomb. So the guy's, you know, rubbing that thing and he's rubbing your car with it. What do you think it is? Like sandpaper. So you're just asking for it at that point. But that said, there you go. That was a 1980s/70s style wash. I mean, it's good to drive at this point. It's not embarrassing anymore, and that's ultimately what we were always looking for. So there you have it. Call me insane, but I did an 80s/70s car wash on a 2020 Corvette. Came out pretty darn good, to be honest. Compared to what it was, it looked horrible. Now it looks drivable. Would I put it in a show this way? No. Will I ever put it in a show? No, because that's not my thing. I like to drive. And I am going on that power tour this year. I can't take that Corvette. I'm going to be taking that ASC McLaren coupe. It's an interesting car, and just a little bit of work it requires. Well, maybe it's a lot, but I'll show you that soon. With this though, I just want to tell people, just clean your car. Don't get into the, you know, oh, it's got to be chamois, it's got to be microfiber, it's got to be Adams polishes. Clean the damn car. All right, with that, I'm out.